Okay, folks, I guess I'm going to the movies, I believe on July the 22nd, to see this movie that the right-wing guys have put together. D'Souza has made an anti-Hillary Clinton, anti-Democratic Party movie, and I'm going to play you this clip from Fox. One of the guys saw it this morning, and I'll make my comments at the end of this particular clip.
Fox, at the Fox headquarters and in Cleveland, there's also a movie, and hundreds packing a theater last night for a premiere of a conservative film by Dinesh D'Souza. It's his brand new documentary. Does a great job and they're very successful. This one's called Hillary's America.
What are these Democrats hiding?
This is about buying and selling influence by foreign oligarchs and foreign governments. When you follow the money, there are very, very few coincidences.
What if the goal of the Democratic Party is to steal the most valuable thing the world has ever produced?
Our Fox News contributor Pete Hegseth and our friend, he was there, packed house.
The packed house, the red carpet was buzzing. People were excited to see this movie. The premiere last night here in Cleveland. You know, Dinesh D'Souza wants to become the Michael Moore of the right. He already is, in fact, far more effective than Michael Moore.
That's bullshit. Number one, let's say he's right, and he's number two behind Michael Moore. It doesn't matter if number two is 20 miles behind you. To be number two that far back doesn't really mean anything. And D'Souza, he's made several, this is his second, I guess you want to call it, major movie, so he's made several. And he's got a hard-on because President Obama, his administration prosecuted him and they locked his ass up. So now he's making movies to try to get back at him and everybody else in the Democratic Party. And the reason they locked him up was campaign fraud, giving too much money to the Republicans, and they busted him.
Box office hit 2016 Obama's America is the second highest grossing political documentary of all time, behind Moore's Fahrenheit 9/11. His most recent film, Hillary's America, starts with D'Souza personally in jail. Check it out.
It all began when the Obama administration tried to shut me up.
What are folks going to see?
They're going to see American politics portrayed in a way that they've never seen it before. The Democratic Party purports to be the party of equal rights and civil rights and the little guy and the ordinary man, and this movie blows that out of the water.
The Democrats support slaves.
It actually shows that there's a sordid strain of oppression, subjugation, really gangsterism in the Democratic Party from the beginning.
The Democrats went from slavery to enslavement.
Corrupt big city bosses, that's how you get corrupt unions.
And so Hillary Clinton is simply the gangster par excellence, the latest manifestation and the worst manifestation of this sordid tradition.
We're going to go check it out. The film's about to play right now.
That he'd be locked up overnight for 8 months.
I knew some of the history, but a lot of it I didn't know. And it just breaks my heart that most of America hasn't seen this and doesn't know this.
Do you feel like Hillary Clinton, if you were a service member, do you feel like Hillary Clinton would have your back?
I think the only type of back that Hillary Clinton would have for me in the military was if she was kicking us out the door into some country we probably should have no business being in.
You know, I do promote the whole American dream thing, and I think the Democrats actually do exactly the opposite. They don't promote the American dream. They don't promote coming from nothing to something.
For the young people, I would say that, for one thing, they need to wake up and they need to sue their universities because their universities are engaging in malpractice. It's only giving them one side of history. And for African Americans, they're deceived. And I found my way out, and they can find their way out.
You know, that last point is really important because so many people, their kids get big enough, they send them to college, they figure they're going to hear both sides of the dialogue. Invariably, a lot of them only hear one side.
They sure do. They get a whitewashed history of the Republican and Democrat Party. And what this film does is break down the real secret history of the Democrat Party and how it led to a leader like Barack Obama and then Hillary Clinton. It's devastating because it's fact-based and it's a documentary. And
they did some reenacting, though, in it, right?
They did some reenacting. He plays himself in it because he did go to prison, but he purports to learn a lot there about how the left operates and tells the story. It's a powerful movie, Hillary's America. It debuts nationwide July 22nd.
Anybody trying to shut down the movie?
No, but he went to jail, he believes, in part because of the previous movie. So he's going to get a lot of criticism. But what he points to is there's not a single thing in there that you can disprove. There's been some criticism, but the facts are the facts. And he points to the racist history of the Democrat Party early on in its seeds and how it flipped eventually and made it look like the Republicans are racist and how Hillary Clinton has built a machine to benefit her and her husband. You know, Clinton Cash, all of that. He lays it out in a devastating fashion. Americans, when they see this, will have a different impression of Hillary Clinton.
What movie are you going to see tonight?
That one again.
You gonna see that?
I think I'm gonna watch the convention with you.
All right,
I'm texting you.
Yeah, we gotta go in. Watch
that movie opens on Friday.
It does.
Right.
All right.
And Melania.
All right, so really quick, I'm gonna go check this movie out on the 22nd to see exactly what it is. So I can't really comment on it. I saw a few bites, but when they talk about whitewashing and rewriting history, I'll point them to the prime example of an attempt to rewrite history. Scholastic, which basically is the major grade school book publisher. And I'll also point you to the state of Texas. The state of Texas, for the longest, we're talking 50 plus years, they review all of the material that Scholastic puts into its textbooks. And they basically, well, you can call it proofread it or edit it, whichever way you want to look at it. But anyway, only after the state of Texas decides that a book is worthy and gives their stamp of approval will Scholastic print that book. And once that book is printed, and there are other book publishers, just so to be fair about this, but Scholastic is without a doubt number one. Once Scholastic prints that book, I believe it's at least 40 states in the union will take and utilize that book. Texas has this funny history of rewriting books, taking certain information out. In particular, their social studies books or history books. Their latest attempt to rewrite history was that they wanted to remove any reference, and I couldn't believe this myself. They wanted to remove the word slavery from their textbooks, and they wanted to replace it with indentured servants. They also wanted to completely remove any reference to Jim Crow. Well, they got busted, okay, and they had released books with those failings, but when they got busted, they indicated that they would make the corrections, returning the word slavery to their books instead of indentured servant, because anybody with a brain knows the difference between a slave and an indentured servant. And I'm not going to go into the book definition here. Look it up yourself if you don't know what the difference is. And the fact that they wanted to completely remove any reference to Jim Crow, well, anyway, that speaks for itself. So they claim that they have made the corrections, but the books are already out there. So they've indicated that you can go online and get a revised edition of the book, but it'll be digital. And at their next printing, they will make the corrections in the books themselves. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, the books are already out there to 40 states. So now you tell me who is attempting to rewrite history, who tried and actually did rewrite history but got caught and now has to make corrections, and who was behind it. Scholastic may have published it, but it was the state of Texas, a Republican state, a Republican-controlled state, that actually made the call on rewriting history as far as black people are concerned. So that lady that, and I can't believe it, that professor that says she found the truth, well, hopefully she did. But it seems like there's something amiss here. But again, I don't know what's going on with this film. I am going to go see it for myself. And after I see this film, I'll come back and give my own review.